Okay, guys, y'all remember Trump declared Antifa terrorists? Because we talked about Antifa the other day. So the first time I heard of Antifa, it was this dude. This dude was talking about Antifa, right? Because he is definitely Antifa. I still don't think Antifa is that well organized and have that many dudes, but I remember this dude talking about it. And apparently, so he's a university professor actually, okay?
What university?
A professor dubbed Dr. Antifa tried to flee the country amid threats to his life, but was stopped at the gate and told his reservation had been canceled. Mark Bray, historian of modern Spain and the world, taught in Rutgers University History Department in New Jersey, until the Turning Point USA chapter petitioned for his firing. We believe in free speech, and the first this does not mean that one is free from the consequences of their action. The petition stated, calling Bray Dr. Antifa for the content of his academic work. In 2017, Bray published Antifa, the Anti-Fascist Handbook, based on interviews with anti-fascists with explosive movements, philosophy, and history. At Rutgers, he taught a course on the history of anti-fascism. So when I saw him, right, I saw him doing an interview. This is the first time I heard about Antifa. This is several years ago, guys. And they come out as an anti-fascist organization, right? And that sounds pretty sane to me. You against fascism. But one of the things that was different is that he kind of like embraced like violence to fight this, right? And I'm like, shut down. Okay, that's a unique position for a fucking
You're like,
professor.
actually, maybe it's not great.
Anyway, my role in this is as a professor, Bray told the New York Times in an interview shortly before his flight to Spain. I've never been a part of an Antifa group, and I'm not currently. There's an effort underway to paint me as someone who's doing the things I've researched, but that couldn't be further from the truth. I don't know how active he is in it, but anyway, he showed up at the airport last night trying to get out, right? And they canceled the fucking flight, so he's here.
Shit.
And if you know, Antifa is a terrorist organization, so this dude got some problems. But my point is, why are you here? Like, if you see Trump coming to power, right? And you hear some of the stuff he's saying, dog, you need to have been gone, you know? So you could kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of these guys are just giving up.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking dumb, you know? This is so 1930s Germany right now. I don't blame him for leaving. Ticket cancellations by someone unknown for just plain harassment, revoke all their passports, remind them of all the threats passed out to the conservative Trump supporters by his loving students. Sounds like this person's credentials come from the University of Saul Alinsky, whatever. Yeah, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, why are you here? If you're doing some dumb shit, dog, you need to be gone.
Yeah. Do they think they're too smart? Do they think they're outsmarting the system or something?
By being here?
Yeah.
No, I just think that you gotta understand, like, okay, if I say, hey, Lexi, Trump's coming for you, you need to get out of the country. Now, you got a car, you got cats.
I do.
You got your apartment, you got this, you got that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most people aren't prepared to just drop everything and fucking roll.
No.
You see what I'm saying? And now hold on. Okay, let me preface this conversation with this, because I know Bozak in there somewhere. Let me preface this with this. Okay. I don't even know the fuck I was going with this, okay?
I have not a clue.
Okay, so a lot of Jews got fucked, right? Because Hitler comes to power, right? And they see shit happening. Now, some of the early ones, like some dudes don't take no chances. They get together and they were talking, right? Understand, like the Jews spoke to each other because they look at some of the changes this dude's instituting, some of the things been said about Jews, right? And they're like, hey, this is gonna pass. The Germans are not gonna go along with this. But then there are other ones who's like, dog, this shit getting wild. Because remember now, you might not necessarily have time to sell your apartment and all this sort of shit. So some dudes were like, fuck this, packed up and just left.
Out of here.
Left. So that means they lost the money for the home they were in, which they may have owned, whatever art was in there, all that sort of stuff, they just fucking bailed, right? And those were the smart ones.
Yeah.
And then other ones, as it started getting worse and the doors began closing, started buying their way out, right? But then it hit a point where it's too late for even that shit.
How many people were able to escape? Before that.
Before that? I have no fucking idea. You know what I mean? Let's see.
Chat thick, oh thickness. We have a question for you.
Hey, thickness.
Uh-huh.
Hey, thickness.
Hey there, yep, I'm here and listening.
Okay, let me ask you this question. When Hitler came to power, how many Jews left Germany and Poland before the Nazis really got in full swing and started rounding up Jews?
That's a good historical question. So before the Nazis really ramped up their persecution and mass deportations, a significant number of Jews did try to leave Germany, and a number also tried to leave Poland. By 1939, I think roughly about half of Germany's Jewish population had emigrated, so something in the range of 150,000 to 200,000 people left Germany. From Poland, the numbers were a bit smaller at first because Poland had a larger Jewish population and the Nazi occupation came a bit later. But overall, a few 100,000 Jews did manage to leave those countries in the early years before the full-scale atrocities started.
Okay. But see, that's my thing. Like, you gotta look around. And listen, I do not, I know we got MAGA in here, we got liberals in here, because I try to be neutral. Anyway, but I don't know what the deal is with Trump, because he is doing stuff that no other president's ever done before. You know, so this could go sideways. But the thing is, when you realize it's gone sideways, it's already too fucking late. Because now you're kind of stuck. I'm not saying this can be, he's trying to do what Germany did, right? And you can't really do that here in the same way because everybody here armed. This would be a different, completely different.
You'll get killed.
Yeah, like there would be a lot of fucking death because these dudes can just bend over and take it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, when you live in a country and shit like that starts happening, dude, you gotta be fucking, you have to be willing to lose. Like, fuck the house, you know?
Yeah.
The bank can take it, I can lose whatever equity I have, I'm out.
Yeah.
You know, but that's much easier said than done.
Yes.
And then, like, another thing what would prevent you from leaving is, if all of us left America right now and we moved to, like, let's say the UK, dude, we gotta fucking start over. You know what I mean? Like, whatever money you had built up in the States, you spending all that shit not just to survive, and you starting from ground fucking zero. Like, you have nothing. Now, if you do it early, you might be able to sell some shit and then do that.
That's true, but
Yeah.
I don't think.
But several professors are fucking gone. I know three very prominent professors who, within a month or two of Trump winning, and they look at it and they're like, nope. And they sold their shit and they now live in Canada and teaching at university there.
What would have to be done or said to concern you enough to move out of the country?
What would have to be done or said? I mean, it's no particular thing. You just have to look at the general trends of the way shit's going. It's such a weird conversation to be having in America, but a lot of people are having this conversation, even conservatives, because they don't like some of the things they're saying. Like, ICE is really fucking aggressive.
Yeah.
And I watched them raid a building in Chicago. Dog, everyone was handcuffed, right? And half of these dudes were Americans. And the crazy shit is they put all the Latinos on that side and all the blacks on this side. You know what I mean? The blacks were still handcuffed now, even though they were like, I mean, these were 100% Americans, but still. And then you have proved this shit. And like, how many dudes really have papers? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like passports. Like, so many Americans, they travel, but they don't leave the country. You know, the dude might go from here to Atlanta to Miami and shit, but never been to Mexico, never been to England or any place, or Canada or any place else.
You know what would be nice of Trump to do?
What?
If he told the ICE agents to calm the fuck down with how aggressive they are, because...
He's not gonna do that, though.
No, of course he's not. Why would he? It's just... the amount of videos that I've seen...
No else, he was telling him, look, you gotta stay in the fight. Trump don't care what anyone is very concerning. Liberal cities want crime and illegals like Newsom. Where are you gonna go? Liberal cities don't want crime. Like, here's the thing, because dude, y'all are fucking Americans. You know what I mean? And America's a very special place that I don't even know if I could explain. Because if you were born here, like many of you in the chat were, you might not even understand what the fuck I mean. Because America means something different to you than it does to me. As a dude on the outside, right? Now being born in the Bahamas, and when I was born, you gotta understand, the Bahamas was on this path to be a drug paradise. That's what everyone was doing. Like a lot of dudes in my high school wanted to grow up and be drug dealers. Not the kind on the street, the kind in the boats running drugs, right? Because I mean, you see all these dudes who are older than us making all this fucking money, right? Because some dudes had some fucking dough, dude.
Yeah.
And, you know, there were Bahamians who did not like this. But they didn't have that much weight because the prime minister at the time was more on the crooked side, right? But then you know you had America there watching this because the Bahamas right in America's backyard. Mm-hmm. And America one day picked up the phone and was like, look here, cut the bullshit out, right? And all that shit at the end. Because I wouldn't have been here right now, I can tell y'all right now. And all that bullshit at the end. And that's the kind of country America was. So you have all these dudes around the world in jail, like political prisoners and all this sort of shit. And you look to America because you know your government could only go so far before America step in and say something. Because America was like the adult on the block that kept all these little fucking dictators and authoritarians in check.
Yeah.
And see, in recent, with this term, it ain't like that. Like Trump don't really care about shit like that. So, I mean, so you got a lot of dudes out there who doing wild shit that they would not have normally been doing before, you know what I mean? And that's a weird thing to see. But, I mean, but where do you run to? You know what I mean? Like, Canada can only take so much people. Now, I'd say this. For most of us, America is, we in a difficult spot, but we could survive. But if you're trans, you shouldn't be here. You gotta fucking go. Because my boys, them really out for you. You know what I mean?
It's just sad.
Yeah.
It's like, it's unnecessary.
No, but Stokey, but that was the way, because America was the adult, right? So you know if you in jail in fucking somewhere in Eastern Europe, you know America's watching. And so you know your government could only go so far. But now, dude, America don't fucking care. So these dudes can be, so this world's a very complicated place now. And I don't know if America will ever regain that kind of status, okay? Because that was fucking power.
Yep.
I'm telling you, dude, they'll call up and be like, hey, look here, this dude is a drug dealer bringing in all this drugs. We want him. And the Bahamian government ain't gonna be like, no, well, we can't send him over to you. Dude, that extradition is done. You gotta go. Because these dudes have weight, you know? And then someplace like the Bahamas, you depend on American tourists.
Yeah.
So the last thing you need is America being like, hey, no tourists go there. So you gotta do what they say. So the Bahamas the Bahamas has its own shit, its own set of issues, but if America fucking calls, dude, them dudes gotta act, you know? At least they did. I don't know what the deal is now. Used to be the way, yeah. But it has changed significantly because, like I say, if you go to my personal Facebook page and you look at where the people from, they're from all over the world, right? Because, like I say, your boy used to be backpacking and in hostels and shit.
Yep.
And so every trip, like I was making tons and tons of friends from all over the world. And all of them have something in common. Like when you talk to them now, they are all afraid to fucking come here, right?
So sad.
Because they don't want to go through that whole immigration shit. Now, we can end this part, we can end this piece in a second, right? But but that's bad for all of us because you gotta understand when these dudes visit, like I tell you, you stay in a hotel, you pay for that. You order room service, you pay for that. You eating 3 meals a day at different restaurants. You going to all Disneyland and all this, Disney World and all this sort of shit. Like when one of them come here, dude, they drop in like 4 or 5 grand, you know, on that trip.
Yep.
So if you have hundreds of thousands of people doing that, you see how much money that becomes, right? And so now the hotel that had 2 people need 3 people and 4 people to help service this, so all of us become employed. And now these dudes are afraid to come. And not just Canadians aren't coming, dude. They're all over the world. These dudes are fucking scared because the stories are out. Like Koreans right now from South Korea, based on that raid that we did at the LG and Hyundai Planet. Did you see that?
Yes.
They're not coming. Canadians are definitely not fucking coming. People from Denmark are not coming because they worry about the beef with Greenland. I mean, like, dude, there's only so much of that stupid shit you could do.
I do meet a decent amount of people who are visiting the States at the bar.
You meet, but our visitors are down, like something like
No,
50%.
It's definitely down though.
Yeah, it's like 50% down.
Down from when I first moved out here.
Yeah, it's like 50. I think the numbers are down by 50%, and that's the clearest example of that is Vegas. Yes, Vegas overcharges and all that stupid shit, right? But even still, like last year, record tourists in Vegas. This year, record lows, you know? And so now all those hotels in Vegas have to lay off dudes. So there's only so long this shit could go on before the economy fucking crash. Because there's no way this economy could like just turn around and be on fire, dude. Like there's no fucking way. Because too much shit's been pulled. The farmers are struggling. No tourists are fucking coming, you know what I mean? Businesses are laying off. There's no fucking way. That's why I tell you all these Ponzi schemes can go up in flames.
Bozak said only 2.3% drop.
Bozak, I do not buy that shit. That number is definitely incorrect.